on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, we had the safest border in the history of our country.
The first phase of U.S. presidential debates began just yesterday, and it seems Joe Biden is having difficulties.
The voters who feel they are worse off under your presidency than they were under President Trump.
We got to take a look at what I was left when I became president and what Mr. Trump left me.
President Joe Biden was having difficulties getting his point across without stuttering or stumbling upon his words.
Unemployment rate rose to 15%. It was terrible. And so what we had to do is try to put things back together again. And that's exactly what we began to do. We created 15,000 new jobs. We brought out the position where we have 800,000 new manufacturers.
We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. We have never done so well. Everybody was amazed by it. Other countries were copying us. We got hit with COVID. And when we did, we spent the money necessary so we wouldn't end up in a Great Depression, the likes of which we had in 1929. By the time
his economy, he rewarded the wealthy. He had the largest tax cut in American history, $2 trillion. He raised a deficit larger than any president has in any one term. He's the only president other than Herbert Hoover who's lost more jobs than he had when he began, since Herbert Hoover.
Former President Donald Trump seemed, as you know him, prepared, concise, and well articulated. He had no difficulties getting his point across while Joe Biden stumbled upon his words.
The largest tax cut in history. I also gave you the largest regulation cut in history. That's why we had all the jobs. And the jobs went down and then they bounced back, and he's taking credit for bounce back jobs. You can't do that. He also said he inherited 9% inflation. No, It
seems former President Donald Trump has just won the battle, but the war is far from over. The presidential elections are still taking place. Donald Trump might win this battle, but he might lose the actual war.
Shooting shots and they miss, they can never handle this. Who the heck is this? Who the heck is this? Who the heck is this? I'm